Hello and welcome to the Tigre.pup channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how I layered and cut a client's wig. If this sounds interesting to you, then please keep watching. Okay, so right here I'm just showing you what the hair looks like before I go into and cut it. This is a 360 of the hair, the wig. So right here I'm just going to part the hair down the middle because I believe she said she wanted a middle part. So I'm going to be using this a triangle section in the very front to be able to determine how I want the sides and everything to be layered. So I'm just taking each section one piece at a time, and I'm angling it so that it could go diagonally away from the face. So that's the shape I'm going for the very front. Because she wanted a middle part, I'm assuming that she's going to have it parted in the middle for the most part, and so I wanted the layers to flow from the middle outward. Okay, so I'm just checking for balance to make sure it's even on both sides, which means I'll end up having to go back and recheck it anyway, just to make sure that my layers are even, or as even as I could possibly get them. So that's what you see me doing here. Okay, so now that I'm satisfied with the very front, I'm going to layer the top, and I'm going to do the same thing as I did at the sides, is kind of do like a diagonal layering, so that everything is pretty uniform, and that it looks balanced and even and evenly shaped. So that's what you see me doing here. I would also like to mention is that I'm not going very I'm not going all the way to the very bottom to make these layers. I'm going pretty much like above the ear, or where I would assume the ear would be on a wig, because I really don't know. But yeah, that's what you see me doing here. Right here, I'm going and sectioning off the very bottom. Just a reminder, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I was sectioning off the very bottom. I'm assuming where the nape would be, and I'm not going to try to layer that area, but I'm going to do the area just above that. And I use the section of the very top as a guideline to be able to know where I'm going to cut the layers along the back here. So I'm point cutting the hair so I won't have any lines or anything. So I don't know if anybody's ever cut like weave or anything, but when you have the tracks going straight across, it kind of like make lines where you have made a cut and stuff like that. So I'm trying to avoid those lines by point cutting the hair to give it those layers that I need in order for this to be a nice shape. And so when you curl it or flat iron it, it's going to look, you know, pretty balanced and even, and it's not going to be like all choppy and done up any kind of way. So that's what you see me doing here. Okay, so now that I've done the layering and whatnot, I'm going to cut off the straggly thin ends. Again, I'm going to point cut because I don't want it blunt and make a even line, and it just looks kind of crazy. So that's what you see me doing here. Eventually, I'm going to go throughout the entire head and make sure that I'm liking the way everything is coming along. So that's what you see me doing here. Okay, so right here, I'm just making sure I got those layers along the front, and I'm trying to make sure it's balanced on either side. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so now it's time to break out my thinning shears to make sure those ends are blended throughout, and I don't have any barcode lines or whatever like I was describing before. So I'm just tackling those ends to make sure it's nice and even, and each step I'm just kind of like lifting the hair up. Notice I'm not going at the very bottom because I need that line to be pretty defined, because if you go cutting into it, then you're gonna lose that definition. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so right here I'm just combing the hair down, making sure everything is even. If there's anything that need any correction, and I'm just going to go in and take care of that. Right here I'm just doing a little bit more layering. Notice some blunt pieces in the very front. Here is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learned something in the process. Maybe you can do this at home. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.